The human-animal connection has long been known for its healing qualities. We love our dogs, we love our cats, even when they don't love us back. And you've probably heard of equine therapy, which involves working with horses to treat mental and physical health issues. But now, as Christina Quinn shows us, there's another animal in town that's gaining favor in the therapy world.
Good job, Memphis.
It's only his fourth visit to the farm, but 8-year-old Memphis Rose looks like an old pro interacting with donkeys Pumpkin and Jack.
You know things about donkeys. What do donkeys like?
They like hay.
We know they like hay. We know they like food, so maybe we could motivate them. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Memphis started coming to Cultivate Care Farms in Bolton as part of a treatment plan for his autism. He says when he's here, he feels calm and happy.
What is it that makes you happy being out here?
It's just that the animals are covered in fur, and when you pet them, they feel soft.
They're soft, they're cute, and it turns out donkeys in particular can help people with autism learn how to read social cues.
So now you can pet them, right? Because they're close.
Unlike horses, donkeys haven't been bred to interact with humans for centuries. There's a lot of attitude in these little burros, and this is what site director Megan Moran says makes them special. They're small but feral, approachable but not easily charmed.
Their needs are pretty basic and concrete, so you can get a lot of cause and effect, which is really helpful, especially when clients are then needing to figure out how to navigate the real world.
And the real world can be tough for a kid with autism. Memphis's mom, Paula, says before coming to Cultivate Farms, he struggled with the long school day.
He would come home from school very anxious and angry and just, go to his room and scream because what's happening in school is all those feelings and those anxieties are being repressed.
Here you go.
But since he started hanging out with Megan, Pumpkin, and Jack a few weeks ago, the daily meltdowns have tapered off to maybe 1 or 2 a week.
I think it's easier for him to come and talk to Megan because he sees her almost like a friend. And this is like a very laid-back place, more than just going to an office and talking to a doctor.
That's part of the idea behind the Care Farm approach, taking therapy out of the clinical setting.
We can really try out situations where what would you do in this type of conflict, or how can you socialize or spend time in another person's space, like what is appropriate.
Founder and executive director Andrew Lappin says what takes months in an office setting takes only weeks here.
I think it's important that we consider donkeys more in treatment, that we have put this huge emphasis on horses, and as these beautiful and majestic creatures, which they are, and there's a lot of humans that don't identify as beautiful or majestic. But with a donkey, you catch just about everyone.
Christina Quinn joins me. That's a great story. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Jim.
Where do they get the donkeys?
So they get them from the Equine Rescue Network, which is actually headquartered in Massachusetts. And it's a nationwide network that rescues donkeys from the slaughterhouses in Mexico and Canada.
Does health insurance cover this?
So yeah, some do, but most don't. Yeah, so which is unfortunate, but hopefully that will change over time.
Are they lobbying, or is there, this is credible therapy.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's really hoping that will change, but right now they rely heavily on donations.
So is it fair to say that I found it is it fair to say that donkeys are sort of a great metaphor for people? Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, absolutely. The stereotype sort of holds true with donkeys. They are stubborn, but they also have a lot of body language. They're very expressive with their bodies, and so that's why it translates well to sort of using them as a metaphor to explain how to read people's social cues and their body language, and so.
I wouldn't ask you this, but in light of the fact that you're in your sort of farm motif with your jean jacket, I don't know the difference between hay and straw. I'm hoping you do. I should have asked you before I asked you here.
So I didn't know.
You actually do know the difference?
I now know. I'm a city mouse, so I didn't
fabulous.
know.
Great.
Okay.
So what is the difference?
So hay really is for horses. They grow hay to it's feed for horses.
Oh.
But straw is just like the leftover. It's a byproduct of grain, like wheat. And it's just like the leftover dry stuff. But here's the thing: donkeys will eat straw because they're just not picky. So they're also just sort of a cheaper date than horses.
So the term hay is for horses has real meaning.
Yes, it holds true.
I'm so glad you know. Christina Quinn, that was a great story. Thank you.
Yep,
it's really good to see you.